guys, Meredith Gorman here, and are you still not subscribed to Matt's channel? Well, if you're not, hit the subscribe button because he's giving out free picks each and every week. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
NFL Week 3 is here. Good week last week, solid week overall, starting to get going in the season. Still early, guys. Still early. Volume is a bit lower. We will be picking up the volume for clients once the season gets going a little more. Still learning about teams, right? This is what I like to do. Last year, I think I rushed into it a little too much, especially with the whole COVID issues. So taking a little more wait and see approach, studying teams, taking my notes, having my Excel sheets, just learning about the teams the first few weeks, especially with some rookie quarterbacks out there. There are a ton this year, or new quarterbacks on teams. So you want to take the time to, study and look at these teams before, betting on them, right? Just makes sense. It's a handicapping 101. Profitable week for clients. And another good week for video viewers, guys. Let's do a little recap here before we get into week 3. Another underdog winner with Cowboys, guys. Plus 160 underdog winner. We're 2-0 with the underdog plays. And another teaser winner for you guys, hitting on Green Bay and Cleveland. So a good start to official free plays for you guys. Hopefully you're tailing. Hopefully you're telling your friends. Let's get this view count up, guys. It's free plays every week that I'm giving out. Most of the time, winners. Of course, we're going to have losing weeks, but we're going to win a lot more than we're going to lose. And that's been proven to you guys over the years. I personally had a best bet winner with the Bills. Maybe one of my easiest best bets I hit all year in any sport. Or probably for in the NFL period. What did they win? 35-36 nothing. So easy one there. Tough luck loss with the Steelers, though. I had a 2-team money line parlay with the Steelers and the Pats. Tough loss. Tough loss with the Steelers losing. I know they had a bunch of injuries in that game. Ben Roethlisberger, I think, got hurt. He might not even play this week. He'll probably play, but he's hurt. TJ Watt went down early in that game. I think first quarter. That did not help. Couldn't get pressure to the quarterback. It was a tough loss. I got to give a big shout out, though, to this Vegas team. Okay, they started 2-0 against Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, these two teams, Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers, have been the top two teams along with the Patriots and, KC for years and years. Right now, Tampa Bay's coming in there, but very impressive for the Vegas Raiders to start 2-0. Carr's playing very well. They're getting enough from their defense, which I thought would be an issue, but they're doing enough. Another surprising loss was definitely the Ravens beating KC. I didn't see that happening. I wouldn't say it's a huge upset. I would just say it's a bigger upset because the injuries that Baltimore had. Lamar had to put them on the shoulder. Started rough. That pick 6 interception to start the game, but Lamar put them on his shoulders. Great game for Marquise Brown. He's not getting enough love, and the O-line played really well. So that KC defense is going to be an issue all year. We expect them to bounce back this week at home. Big game from Mahomes, I expect. But yeah, big win for the Ravens, moving to 1-1. Little Circa update for you guys. I'll be providing my Circa updates every week. We are alive on both tickets still in Survivor. I think there was over almost 500 people lost last week. Obviously, mainly some of that from the Steelers. We had Green Bay and Cleveland. Green Bay and Cleveland last week both won. Both tickets advanced in the Circa Survivor. And spreads, 3-2 for Circa spread contest. Just want to address something with the spreads in the Circa contest. 4-1 first week, 3-2 this week. Last week, which I'm happy about. You just can't have a 1-4 or 0-5. If you go 3-2, 4-1, you get a 5-0 in there, you're doing well in the tournament. To win it though, you can't have a bad week. So it's tough, and the spreads aren't the same as books. They kind of have their own spread system with a point here, point off, half a point off. So it's not the easiest tournament, and you're forced to bet 5 spreads. So it's difficult, guys. I don't expect a lot of you to ever enter it. Most of you guys that probably do watch my video are smaller players. These are $1,000 entries, so it is expensive. Play of the week. I'm going to add this to the segment. Play of the week last week, guys. Wow. Definitely Damian Harris for me. I looked at all top 15 plays. I narrowed it down to this rushing touchdown. Look at this hard running, guys. Wow. This could be maybe the better rush of the year. This was very impressive. He had missed tackles, used his strength. He looked like Jerome Bettis, the bus out there. And then he got that push from the O-line to get in the end zone. That is my play of the week. Let's get into the weekly updates, guys. Weekly updates, NFL best bets and runs. Still early. I don't have that much volume, so not much to show here. 2-0 teasers, 2-0 on underdogs. Those are free bets, the underdogs. 2-1 on player props, 1-1 on best bets, and 4-4 spreads and lines. PGA losing week last week after a big streak of winning weekends. You guys all probably heard. I thank Webb Simpson for that. We had a nice profitable week going into Sunday, and Webb Simpson shot a terrible 74 on Sunday. Okay, so Webb Simpson was T2 ending his day. And he ended up being outside of the top 20. I had a best bet T20 on Webb Simpson, and he fell out of the top 20, heading into Sunday T2, second. Unbelievable. Good news is numbers look amazing still. 69% best bets long term. That's almost 2 years, guys. 68% matchup run. That's recent, of course. It's a run. Over 60 units in the prop market and again, that's long term. 3 outrights in the last 4 events. That graphic is wrong there. We do have 4 outrights in 2.5 months. Some big outrights in there as well. Plus 4,500, plus 2,500, plus 2,500. But yeah, 3 outrights in the last 5 events is unheard of. And UFC, can't forget about the UFC. Hopefully you guys checked out my video. I did post it up yesterday. Check it out. Big card, UFC 266. I have a big betting card for clients there. 19-5 client run. 19-5 client run in the UFC. We're hot. We're hot in the UFC. Over 40 units, all plays. Again, that's 2 years. SystemSportsCapping.com for all subscription options, guys. Get detailed emails with bets, reasons for the bet units, books, etc. Disciplined sports betting to profit long term. That's what I provide. I want to thank all my clients that's been with me throughout the months or years. Long-term guys, and the continuous support. I do thank you guys a lot. Also, you guys that just watched the video. All I ask is just like the video. Please like the video, subscribe, tell a friend. If you're betting each week, I really do think you should be watching this. You don't have to agree with all my points. I'm not right on every bet, but you should watch this to get a feel of what I like going into the weekend, no matter what the sport is, just so you have an idea. Again, you don't have to agree, but I do think my opinion is a professional opinion. Let's get right into it, guys. Let's get right into it. Same format. I'll be breaking down 3 games for you guys, giving out leans. No official plays or just games that I like. Bigger games of the week. One being the Monday Nighter. Weekly teaser, best and the best underdog option of the week, along with a couple player props I will be looking at. Big game here. Colts at Titans. Colts at Titans. This is a big divisional game, guys. -5 Titans, total 48. Colts going to be desperate for a win here, guys. They're 0-2. The question is, will they have Wentz or not? He didn't play today. Today's Thursday. So if he doesn't play tomorrow or even gets a partial, I don't think he's going to be playing. That's big. That's a big issue for the Colts, even though I don't think he has looked that great. We all know this was going to be an issue with Wentz, right? I knew he was going to be an issue. Colts have an issue at quarterback now, and he's just injury prone. There's nothing much more to say. It's showing every year, right? Nothing is changing. So he's injury prone. He plays too wild. He comes out of the pocket too much. He needs to just sit in the pocket and throw. Stop trying to be, you're not Lamar Jackson. You can't run. You can't dodge tackles, and it's always some freak injury. I think this is an ankle injury, if I recall. Yeah, he's just all over the place. He was diving, throwing flips to guys last week. Just out of control, Wentz. Colts actually looked good against the Rams at times. They almost stole that game. However, Rams won by a field goal. That was a close game. Good game to watch, too, if you guys were watching that. If you're going to bet this game, wait until Wentz injury news is confirmed. Wait till Friday. You could get into the Titans' mind. If Wentz doesn't play, the Titans -5 is the only way I could look. The only thing that scares me is that 0-2 start. Are they going to move to 0-3? I think the team is better than an 0-3 team, which is always tough, right? Titans had a huge win last week. Huge road win. An impressive comeback in Seattle. Very tough to play in Seattle. That offense woke up. Derrick Henry woke up. 35 rushes, guys. Yes, it went to overtime, but 35 rushes, 182 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the best running back in the league. Derrick Henry looked impressive in that game, and that's what they need to do. If Titans want to win games, they need to run first and have those options on the outside with Jones and Brown. Jones had a huge game. Jones looked great. He had 128 yards on 6 receptions. A huge game for him. O-line's been the issue, right, so far for them. Hopefully that gets better. I have some futures on the Titans for them to go over win total. I think it was 9.5, and also to make the playoffs. I do think they get the wild card there. They could win this division too, so I think they probably will win this division, especially how the Colts are looking and the injury concerns with Wentz. I think this Titans offense should be one of the best in the league. They showed it last week in Seattle. They did not show it week 1. But it's week 1. It's early, guys. Don't get excited. It's early. I just hope they grow throughout the year, this Titans team. It's just the issue is always going to be their defense. Their defense is garbage. If it could be decent, they'll be good enough. But the defense so far is garbage. So they're going to have to improve on the defense if they want to make a run or win this division or make the playoffs. Hopefully it does get better. Line's sitting at -5 right now. Wentz doesn't play. I think that 5 is the play. Titans money line and a money line parlay is a look. Teaser as well as a look. But total 48, I would look at the over. You expect Tennessee to score, 30 plus. I think they should be in the 30. The Colts defense has not looked good. So I expect Titans to be 30 plus. So can Colts score 20? I think so, right? If Wentz doesn't play, it could be a little more of a question mark. But yeah, I leaned that over to 48, -5 Titans, but it's not. I haven't betted this week. It's not going to make my card. It's a big game. It's a big divisional game, and I'll definitely be watching some of that game. The game I'll definitely be watching is this next one, the Bucs -1.5 at Rams, total 55.5. This is the two heavyweights going at it, right? Two guys you may see these two in the playoffs facing each other in the finals of the NFC. There, you never know. Someone will have to move to 2-1, and one's going to stay undefeated. Right, who is it going to be? Very tough to predict that. And it's not a game I'll be betting from a side standpoint, but I'll definitely break it down, go over for you guys quickly. We got news. Brown is out. For this game. He has COVID issues. So that's one weapon down for Brady. The good news is he has a ton. He has a ton of weapons. Surprising thing so far from the Tampa side is the defense. I'm not surprised that their offense looks like one of the best in the league. I'm surprised that Tampa's defense hasn't looked good. The reason why they won the Super Bowl was the defense. It hasn't looked great early. Again, it's early. Rams, I think, should be able to put points up on this defense, which is why I think this is an interesting game, why I think that total is interesting as well. I do think Rams do have the better defense, but I give the edge to the Bucs in the offensive side of the ball. I really like what I see from Stafford in this offense with especially Cooper Kupp. It looks like their connection is the real deal. They have looked great in the first 2 games, right? 3 TDs and almost 300 yards for Cooper Kupp so far. The Stafford experience is definitely working over in LA, and definitely an upgrade over Goff. The Rams will need more magic from Kupp and Stafford in this one. The run game should be shut down, guys. This run game should be shut down. Tampa Bay is going to be one of the best against the run all year. They're already second, 2 games, but Carolina is up there above them. But yeah, it's going to be tough to run when you have a guy named Vita Vea in the middle there. That D-line is going to be tough all year. So you're going to have to pass. You're going to have to throw the ball around, and Stafford can do that. So, I expect the over in passing yards maybe from both QBs. You may want to look at that. Obviously, Kupp and Woods props to go over. I would stay away from the running backs. Maybe even look at the running back, Henderson, to go under in rush yards. I don't expect them to try to rush the ball a lot. This total looks high, but with these two offenses, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes over, guys. Again, I told you guys I don't have the balls a lot of the times to bet over 55.5, so I kind of stay away from it. This is more of a game I can't wait to watch. It's going to be my 4 p.m. game on my main TV. One team's going to go 3-0. I lean the Rams, but it's not going to be a play of mine. It's a coin flip. It's going to be a fun game. But I do like to sometimes take the better defense and the team at home if you have a gun to my head. Monday Nighter. Yes, the Monday Nighter is a good one. Philly at Dallas. Philly at Dallas, minus 3.5 for Dallas. Total 52. Big Monday night game. Always fun when these two guys get together, right? I like what I see from both teams so far. I think they're a little above my expectations, both teams early on. Tough game for the Eagles last week, right? 49ers D, one of the best in the league. Dallas, on the other hand, had a huge win. We were on them. And they could easily be 2-0. They look great in the Tampa Bay game. They could have won that Tampa Bay game. The offense is probably one of the best in the league. Prescott didn't lose a step from last year. If anything, I think he took a step forward. He looks even better at times from last year. So many weapons on that offense, right? Lamb's looking like a true number one for years. Getting Zach Martin was huge last week. Elliott was able to rush a little bit more. Pollard, great addition, third down back. He even gets sometimes as much carries as Elliott. Pollard's good. He's good at catching out of the backfield as well. He's a good weapon for them. Tons of weapons on this Cowboys offense. The issue always is the defense with Dallas. Now, it's been decent. It was decent last week. Diggs played well. He had some good plays. I think this Dallas defense, Parsons, solid. I think this Dallas defense will get better when they get 100% healthy, and I just think they'll be solid for years to come. But it's going to take time for this Dallas team to get better. So that's the thing with that. With Philly, on the other hand, their offense is solid, right? Their defense, on the other hand, is a little up and down. You don't know what to expect from their defense. However, it's looked good so far for the first 2 weeks. Against Atlanta, who can put up points, and San Fran, who put up a ton of points against the Lions. So the issue last week was Hurts. Didn't look great. 12 for 23 and 190 yards. However, he did rush for 82. Rushing yards. Now, I expect the numbers to be a bit better this week versus the Cowboys D. However, will it be enough to keep up with Prescott in the offense? I say no. I think Dallas does get the win here. Don't like that 3.5. That's a key number. That hook is tough. I wouldn't bet the half or take Dallas here with that hook. I would play the money line or look at the teaser there. Total, I think there'll be points. I would look at the over. If you can get a 52, jump on that. I think it will head up on Monday, maybe 52.5, 53, 53.5 at most. Leave you guys with a teaser. We are 2-0 on the teaser. Let's keep this going, and we're going with Baltimore minus 1.5. KC just win, or -1, depending where you're shopping. But yeah, both teams to pretty much just win this weekend. I do expect both teams to win. Baltimore at Detroit. Can't lose to Detroit after a big win against KC, and then KC back at home need a win here to go 2-1 and not fall to 1-2. So I think that's a great teaser spot. Jump on that now. Underdog. I think there's some good options here on Underdog. I found the best one, in my opinion, due to the price. It's another same as Dallas Cowboys, plus 160, plus 150 out there. The Packers plus 150. I think they're getting undervalued here. So plus 150 I think is a good price, mainly because San Fran's banged up. No running back that's healthy right now. Their corners are banged up. A lot of questionables and a guy's out. Greenwell, he's out, their linebacker. So they have some injuries there on the defensive end. In Green Bay, I think they've started slow, but I think they can pick it up any minute. Any game they can pick it up. Their defense is the issue. I like to spread more, yes, that hook of the 3.5, but Packers could win this game at plus 150, guys. That's going to be the underdog play of the week. Some player props I'll leave you with and that I'll be looking at this week. We went 2-0 last week on player props for my clients. I gave out a bunch for you guys as well. Not a bunch, but I remember giving out the Fournette over rushing. That hit easily, and I had a client play with TJ Hawkinson on the over in receiving yards. That was an easy one. Bucs sleeping on Hawkinson, however, they caught up. The Bucs caught up now. I see it over 61 yards now for receptions. Probably still go over, but it's not something I love. He was in the 50s and the 40s to open the year. The Bucs, I guess, didn't realize, and we beat them to it. With the Bears starting rookie Fields, look at Montgomery props over, Fields under in passing yards. And I also like the backs to go over in that New England and Saints game, high 50s for Kamara and Harris. That will do it, guys. That will do it. Like I always mention, subscribe to the channel, like it, check out sportscapping.com to become a client today. And enjoy week 3, guys. NFL season is here in full effect. We're getting going. Like I always say, bet smart and know your limits.